Hello everyone, it's Brian, and welcome back to Skyrim Survival Legendary, the game where the cat has 9 lives. We are here on Kitty's new back porch in Riften, and we have got a great episode today. We are at level 30, we've got our 6 lives remaining, and we are ready to set off from Riften. We're gonna get started on a whole series of other things, which will first begin with a return trip to Whiterun, because we've got a little bit of mining activity to do. Now I'm trying to find this canis. There's a canis root plant here. Canis root is one of the hardest. There's one. Those little stupid little trees. Little dead-looking tree things. There's a couple more of them along here. There's one, and this is a little cliff kind of heading down to the thing. There was another one here somewhere. There it is. All right, so anyway, pick up my canis root because those make paralysis potions, which we like. Here's the Khajiit caravan and my fellow kitty cats. We will check their inventory. And then apparently the horses are going to the defense of the city. Horses to the defense. Oh, and the Khajiit and everything. So, oh boy, there's that word. I think in this game they say Boethia. I think it's Boethia, even though it looks like it should be, Bothia or something like that. It really, Bothia. But I think Boethia is how they say it in here. Even though you can also hear them saying both Eorland and Yorland, and you can hear them say the same name several different ways. Not always the most smart way. I'm trying to get in here so I can get a little piece of this guy, but it's hard with all these other fools around. I don't really want to get them all aggroed on me, but I sure want to shoot him. Get some shooting in with the old staple gun. That's right. Staple gun to the rear quarters. Look at those bolts sticking out of there. Alright, he's not long for this world. Alright, I think this is the guy that drops the one and only other skill book that we haven't read, which is Boethia's, Bothia's Proving, and it starts a quest to go investigate it, and if I read that book, it'll start the quest and whatever, but I think that's a irritating Daedra quest. Alright, so, having verified my horses are still here. Alright, so we want to go up here and see, I want to do these quests, especially locate what the vampires are seeking. So we're going to go back to Whiterun, and then over here, we'll eventually work our way up to, through those cities to, Dawnstar, Morthal, and Solitude. So that's the strategic set of paths. But first we're going to go back to Whiterun, and we're going to do ourselves a little bit of mining and smithing. I know a great place to get mining going. So we're back here, and the first thing to do is figure out what time it is and how hungry we are and all of that. And oh, there's a blue mountain flower. A guy. Yeah, did this place respawn? I think this place respawned while we were gone. That is always very polite of a place to respawn. So I am going to actually go and quickly. This is a little what I consider a standard Whiterun gathering pass, which is we get all the butterflies there. There's usually butterflies here. There's butterflies here, blue butterflies. Get all the blue butterflies. Other butterflies too, but especially blue butterflies. And then we go down this road, and there's butterflies and blue plants. And then up at this farm, there's tons of butterflies. And we go down to this final little farm. And there's a bunch of blue flowers there, and then I usually get to about here, and there's butterflies right at this junction turn point, and then that's a run. And then you can also see more butterflies on the way back because they respawn. They're not like plants where they don't respawn for a really long time. Now these wheat plants have respawned, and I totally want wheat plants. Which actually brings me to the point that I haven't made friends with these farmers. If you go and find the actual farmer and sell them their stuff... Where's the lady? Ah, there she is. So Alfhild Battleborn. I'm not going to sell her the wheat because I want that wheat, even though it sells for the most. I just have to sell her any stuff, and now I could like go in her house and pick up any of her stuff if I wanted to. Still grabbing butterflies. But she's a Battleborn, and that means I'm now, that makes me friends with the Battleborn. So even in like Clan Battleborn back there, I could go in and take whatever I wanted, or not everything, but anything under 25 in value. I think I'd be able to do. So I am just sparing you having to watch me, or at least watch me at anything less than 10 times speed, picking up every single herb in the city, because that is how you make good potions. Is you occasionally go pick a whole bunch of herbs, and it is nice and safe in the city, and it is in fact a permadeath run. So here we have Anders. He's that guy from inside the Hall of the Dead. But his daughter, the Hall of the Dead person from Riften, sent us back with the dagger, so he's happy that we brought the dagger back. All right, we will go up here, and I forgot earlier, last time we were here, I forgot about this, the value of this pool, which is, if we get in swimming, and I like to swim in first person, I find that a little easier. Look at all these Nordic barnacle clusters, and see, I kind of pull, my swimming trick is if I kind of pull back, you're facing straight down, you pull backwards, it lets you up to take a breath without changing your camera orientation, and I find that much easier, and that way I don't run out of breath. So, a couple more of these in here. There's one. These are good, more good alchemy ingredients, and we have just got them. There's a couple of blue on each side, and blue, of course, is what makes both money potions and healing potions. So with that done, we are back at the inn. Here's Hulda. We say hi, and oh look, we're friends with her now. I can't remember if I chopped wood or gave to a beggar, but somehow you can. I think if you chop wood and sell her some wood, then she becomes friendly, and you can actually pick all the cheap stuff up in the inn. So that's a good way to get food, and especially salt, so that you can make food. So after a good night's sleep in Whiterun, we are ready to do some stuff. So that was our little quick trip to Whiterun, and I tried to make it as quick and painless as possible. We'll be back for a little bit more in-depth Whiterun stuff later in the episode. But for now, let's go have some fun on Horsey. Because one thing I haven't done much of in this game, but I really like to do, it works out well outdoors, is pick some fights between different groups of creatures, such as here is a giant saber-tooth thing, which would normally be a pain in the neck to fight. But meanwhile, here are some bandits with their very own little cave of crud, and their own little horse, which if I needed a horse, this is a prime horse stealing spot. But I've just brought a giant saber-tooth tiger thing into their camp. Right now, it's sitting over here, kind of not actually attacking one. I just want to kind of make sure they've been properly introduced there. I see their horse ran away up on the cliff. Oh, he's still chasing me. There we go. All right, so they are now having a fun discussion. And I think I might be too high level now for the saber-tooth tiger to actually take these bandits out. If you go at relatively low level, kind of level. If you go by level 10 or so, yeah, let's see, they did it in. Oh, no, he's stuck. Yep, they did it in. Then it'll just be little regular bandits. But these guys are probably, bandit thugs or bandit outlaws or something. So we need some... Oh my. Oh, it's Thalmor. Thalmor, completely badass, even at level 30. So much for these Okay, so that is... Wow, See, I just go around and I find something good, but Thalmor are especially good because they're really badass, but they're not... they don't aggro on me as long as I don't attack them. So as long as those guys are fully introduced, and they are, then I can go over here where I really want to go. We're going to ignore that wolf for the moment. Because this is the Halted Stream Camp, and the Halted Stream Camp is where we are going to have a special mining adventure. But first we're going to have a special horsey adventure, because we're saying hi to all these nice men and women, and this one wolf. And they are all going to come on a ride, as soon as they don't get all fighting the stupid wolf. We're going to all go on a ride. Oh, another wolf. Fine. The more the merrier. We're going to go visit the Thalmor. We're going to go... Oh, and look, they're still busy over here. Because those are apparently pretty tough bandits we left in that little cave. It's still not dead. Now they have a wolf. 2 wolves. Apparently everybody else is not quite convinced they want to come over here. But we're going to convince them. Ooh, there's a cold mage. We are just starting a little giant fight here. Okay, look at all the red dots. There comes the mage. There come the bandits. Oh, they're running back. Come on. Keep chasing me. Whoops. Got a little coldy. That's actually that's the first damage I've taken on this in this entire giant fight. Oh, we're just having a big fat fight. And the great thing is the Thalmor are actually probably pretty much just going to win this. They are going to beat all these bandits. They seem to be pretty fully... Oh, I see 2 dots. There's still 2 faraway dots over there, aren't there? 2 red dots that have not closed the range. They have to go give them encouragement. Okay, yeah, they seem to all be happy together and fully aggroed on each other. We got 2 more guys. Oh, little archer ones. The archers don't approach you quite as quickly, so you have to kind of work a little bit more to get them to follow you, because they stay a little bit more range. We want to get them over here where they'll pick up aggro on the Thalmor, and Thalmor will pick up aggro on them. Alright, now while all of that happens, we can go back into the bandit camp, which is empty of everybody except their horsey. We are going to help ourselves to all the yummy bandit treasure, after healing ourselves just a little bit. So we've got a little smugglery note, somebody's dish of charred skeever hide, and now we are gonna loot all of this crud, but we're doing it in a very special order. Specifically, we are not touching the chest yet. The very last thing we're gonna touch is this chest, because as soon as I open Mr. Chest, this chest right here, there's gonna be bad guys. Oh, look, there's bad guys. So now we're gonna get on the horse and get away. Oh, shock mage. Aye! That was okay. Well, that was a electricity mage is the worst and most scary kind. So we'll get out here, and I see 1 Thalmor. Oh no, they're all still alive. I was thinking they didn't kill 2 Thalmor yet. We'll get those guys talking. I don't actually have to necessarily go back in and get the stuff. Oh shoot, the horse. I thought I was going to loot all these bodies while the rest of the fight proceeded, but we will have to either come back and do that later, because the horse is going to insist on getting involved in this. But I think we've pretty much... Whoa! Oh my! Okay, yeah, so we're out of here. No more of that. That is the way to get killed, is to hang around that shock mage, whatever those kind of, there's frost mages and fire mages, and what is it? Lightning mage. That's like a lightning mage. It's called a lightning mage. Get my terminology straight. All right, so now we're going to clean out this camp, because we are certain that all the bandits from this camp are dead. And unfortunately, there's no gate here we can close. But we can take all their stuff. Nothing in here. Because what we want to do is go in their mine. More blue mountain flower. The best mountain flower is the blue mountain flower. Here's a little trap on the chest. And here's some stuff in the chest and some healing potions. And all of the good stuff. All right. Now here is the halted stream camp mine. And I am going to, for reasons that will become apparent soon enough, I'm going to drop some of my heavy stuff next to my horse. You know, giant pelts and other non-necessities. I'm even dropping the dwarven bow because I'm going to use the crossbow in here. So now I have a much cleaner inventory, able to carry a little more because I'm going to come out of here carrying a lot of stuff. But first, a few words from this staple gun. So we're going to come down here, and that is a bandit. And, well, we missed him. I'm going to have to get better at aiming crossbows. Okay, he's an outlaw. That's fine. That is merely a level 2 or second level bandit, you know, second tier bandit, not third tier. I can afford to just blow him away. Right, there's a little trap button here that triggers a cave in. I won't trigger the cave in because I have light step. Now, he actually had a key to this door up here, but I want to unlock the door myself, so I don't need the key. That's the only thing that key does. I do need a pickaxe for one of our missions in here. Okay, well, we're leveling up. That's good. Yes, maybe we won't pick that stuff up yet. I can pick that up later. Those potions are kind of low-level, minor healing potions. But then, down here, past all the little iron ore places, is the Bandit Chief. And we did a fairly good amount of damage to a Bandit Chief. That's good. I'm going to go back up here. And we've got some bandit outlaws. Looks like we got 2 bandit outlaws and a bandit chief. All right, I know one of them's bandit outlaw, and the other one could be anything, but it's some corner bandit. And spotted. Have something like a 99 stealth, so that's.
I guess I was just hearing.
So that's good. He was just hearing things. Exactly right.
Gotta have a sharp axe to cut through all that fat.
Gotta have a sharp axe to cut through all that fat. I think they're dissecting a mammoth in here. Now, one thing we can do is see those guys are walking right under that thing. So we will set them on Fuego. And they appear to have taken some damage. Oh yeah, that took a lot of damage. Couldn't quite get him, but he is not long for this world. Whoa.
Hello?
A mage, okay. It's a mage.
Nothing here after all.
Get my little friend there. Missed him. Got him. Okay, he's down. Now there's 2. There's a bandit outlaw, but mage, meaning she may be a healer. And then my friend, our friend, the what's it called? The chief.
What was that?
I was just hearing things.
Ooh, sneak to 100. Little kitty dance or sneak to 100. Our first level 100 skill. We are darn hard to spot. So, if she's maybe going to heal herself, let's do a little paralysis on her. So now she can't heal herself while she's falling down, paralyzed, and she's dead. So we won't even have to find out if she heals herself because she's dead. So now it's just us and the Bandit Chief. The Bandit Chief, who, by the way, we do a lot of damage to, so he must not have very good armor. We do a lot of damage when we don't miss him, of course. But that's part of this, getting used to this crossbow. It has a different aiming sweet spot than the bow. It's got a totally different reload timing. But man, does it do some damage. And it does cut, as soon as you're ready, it's instantly ready to fire. You can just instantly, which is something you can't do with a bow. You got to draw that all back and get it all, tick, 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 ticked back into its fully tense version. Whereas the crossbow, you instantly come out of the barrel, but then you gotta reload at the end. I think had a weird, there's a poacher's axe. He has like 3 extra damage to animals, and I'm like, well, why do I actually care about 3 extra damage? Now, I have lost a permadeath character to that trap right there, so I was carefully shooting out the, unlike the other ones, you can't just shoot it, you have to shoot the tripwire. And I'm carefully going in here, not touching any of the bungee traps, because there are 3 coin bags in there. So now we are ready to actually get to some serious looting, but I am going to go ahead and level myself up here. And as much as I want to have some stuff to put into smithing, I feel like when you level up to 100 sneak, it is so good and important to make absolutely sure you get Shadow Warrior, because the ability to kind of stop your combat and get away from it and drop all your aggro onto anything else nearby it's a lifesaver, let's just put it that way. And we've got miscellaneous treasure in here. I'm not sure I want to carry a 5, as much as I could go disenchant that iron helmet. I think that's a little bit whatever. Now here we see what could he be doing with iron and silver ore? Look, he's got a spell tome of transmute mineral ore, which turns iron to silver or silver to gold. And that is my plan coming here. I found this with, or refound this with one of my permadeath characters. I'm like, oh, Kitty needs to come to this place. And notice how it has a potion of strength there, which is going to become very important, and a draft of strength. I remember having an English teacher that pronounced that word draught, which was kind of awkward because it's actually draft. And some more iron ore, which is going to be completely on point now. You see, normally going and mining a bunch of iron ore, and then you turn it into some tiresome iron things. It's a little whatever. But after we mine that one corundum ore, what we're going to do is we're going to start up here at this far end. And look, we're going to mine the crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then I have a little quick break here. Because look, mammoth tusks. We need one of those for Medici. Sometimes you need one for, I've already given one to whatever, Yolanda or whatever her name is in Whiterun. But I usually take 2 out of here. But alright, here's a little chest for us. And what were we on? We were on 5, right? So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and there we go. All right, and now you see why I left all the heavy stuff there, so that I would have the minimum amount of walking with my unencumbered. I am going to try to stop at some of these, even though I can't really walk very fast. I can drive the horse to each body and pick up all the stuff from the carnage we caused earlier. And Horsey, where on earth are you going? He's not running. This is awkward. He was accelerating past me, so I'm gonna have to like drop all this iron here for a minute and go and get Horsey. Come back here, pick up all my stuff and my. Well, I don't know why I brought firewood out here. Firewood is for making arrows and selling, making friends with people. You can sell stuff, but now we're back and we've got all this really heavy stuff. And I'm going to drop it all right here. Drop all my firewood. Drop my 49 iron ore. Because every single one of those things, that was like 15. There are 15 places, and you get 3 each. That's 45. And then there were like at least 3 I found lying around the plow. I don't know where I got the 49th ore. Maybe I already had the 49th ore. Maybe somebody had it in their loot. But in any event, that is a lot of iron ore. And now we have this transmute spell, which we will see. Look, gold ore added. It turned a silver into a gold. Yay, gold ore. Which will be how we satisfy Medici's other place. So we are ready to go back to the Bannered Mare.
Warm food, warm
And say hi to our buddy. And what we're going to do, here's the plan. See, okay, so it's 8 p.m. at night. And what we're going to do is we're going to... So I don't have a lot of mana, but I'm going to do that and then get that on a hotkey. And so then I sleep for an hour. And then I do it again. And I sleep for an hour and do it again. And each time, you know, sometimes it says silver ore added, sometimes it says gold. If an iron turns into a silver, then a silver turns into a gold. Oh, and look, my alteration is going up, so that's good. Not that I want to be an alteration guy, although I think somewhere in the alteration tree is magic resistance as an inherent power, which is something I want. But what I really want is smithing. I need to get my smithing to about 50, and I'll be able to make elven armor. And when I get it to 70, I can make glass armor. So here's Yorlin. And I want to do, before I start making things with my gold and silver, I want to use him to train until about level 50 smithing, because the trainings are much cheaper before level 50, so it'll be cheaper if I do it before I level it up the normal way. So I want to do my trainings first and then level it up the good old-fashioned normal way. So this will be a slightly overtime project. I'm going to do a little batch of it here today. What I'm doing now is I made a whole bunch of potions in the place, mostly damage magic regen. And remember how we recently got my speech up high enough that I can sell anything to anybody. Oh, I'm going to buy these Dwarven Gauntlets of Alchemy. See, I can actually sell her my stupid magic potions to get money. And I'm going to buy that circle. So I'm finally getting across the line into kind of I'm starting to break the economy open to really get ahead of the curve here. And see, on this one, I took this one barter potion down here, and I'm getting to talk to these 2 blacksmiths, and they each have over 1,000 gold, unlike the little potion person. And so he doesn't have anything I want to buy, and so I'm just going to sell him some stuff. Maybe I'll buy his iron ore. But in any event, even after them, while my potion is still, my barter potion is still in effect, I can even come up here and talk to good old Elrendir, who from time to time sells us arrows, although soon we'll be able to make our own arrows. And we sell him stuff, and that was just 1 barter potion. So now we can afford, I was only able to afford 2 trainings before. So we now should be able to do the other 3 trainings, and hopefully we'll level up to level 32, so then we can go do it all again. Oh, we're not going to quite make it, but we can take a barter potion and sell him a bunch of stuff and get all that gold back. So we've got all that gold. And now we go back to the inn and up to our room, which is still running and on our thing. So see, I'm just like pounding out. That's at 10 times speed. I am just pounding out gold. I'm going to actually drop my bow and arrows for now because it got too heavy.
Son, how about something with a bit of cake?
Well,
I enjoy this work well enough.
Let's see, so we need to
Sure
renew
thing.
our
Yours
room
for a
because we
day.
ran out of
I'll show you to your
ran
room.
out of
right
room.
this way.
You shouldn't leave weapons laying around.
And apparently he's mad we dropped the bow, but I think if I just say I'm sorry, then it doesn't actually make me have the stupid bow again. So that's fine. I'm sorry, and my bow's still on the ground. Okay, so then we can do another batch of this action. And we want to get to about 8 a.m., by which point hopefully the stores will have recharged. But we have leveled up to level 32, and we are certainly having some weight problems, so I will take a stamina. And we are ready to start moving down the road on smithing. So we'll take steel smithing first, and when we get to 50, we can take elven smithing. And the thing is, we won't, we've already got essentially elven armor, but we will then be able to, I'll spare you having to look at another 8 hours of that, improve our elven armor much more. So we turn all of our gold ore into gold, whatever they call bars. And I'm actually just going to drop those here. 15 gold ingots that we will drop there. I need to pick up some more iron. That's only one iron. I had a bunch more iron. That is the iron ore. So now we got a bunch of iron ore to for the lather, rinse, and repeat portion of this. Although we're not going to do the full lather, rinse, and repeat now. We are going to level up 5 more brutal levels of smithing, using the power of just manually paying the money to Yorland or Aorland or Earland or whoever he is. So we do some more. I'm just visiting each of those merchants on our way out. Sold all my stuff, and now we're ready to have some more fun in the Whiterun area. Right here in Whiterun Hold. Because we have a little quest over to, what's it called, the Silent Moons Camp, I think, which is over almost right where we had our giant last conflagration. But we have, it's one of those, I think it's a Jarl bounty, but it's one of the little sub-quests from here. And mostly, I want to go do a quest right now because I haven't, I did my 5 training for this level, and now I need to get my level up, and I'm also out of... I was out of the good I sold all my potions I made, so I don't have a lot of good. I could make some more cruddy potions that don't sell as efficiently, but I'm off the the efficiency curve of both money making, which would be what I would use to get speech up, and I can't do any training yet. So rather than incur diminishing marginal returns, I'm just going to go do an adventure and also have fun, because it's fun to have an adventure. And then I saw a blue mountain flower, which I'm desperate for more of those because those make some of the best potions. Which I've probably said about 17 times, but you really can't say it enough. Blue mountain flowers make some of the best potions. So there you have it. And here ahead of us we have the Silent Moons Camp or whatever it is, and it's got, I think, some bandits. And we're going to see if we can sneak up on them. Horsey's going to jink our detection eye, but I don't think that bandit can see. It looks like that bandit is shooting a fox. So he's a bandit. We don't know what kind of bandit he is, but we are about to find out. Oh, fireball. Fireball from the corner of our eye. Let's just keep an eye on that there. I mean, must be a mage. Must be a mage up in this place. Now, there's an issue. I've got 100 stealth, and I'm very interested to. I think it's Horsey seeing me right now, but this is 100 stealth versus bright sunlight. We're gonna find out 100 stealth versus bright sunlight. Well, he can't see me right now, but he's not looking in my direction. Okay, so. So far, so good. That's good. Oh, whoops. Oh, she saw me. I think it's a she now. Looks more like a she than he. All right, so we're doing our classic. Now, crossbows are actually fantastic for this thing because it's much easier for you to move, and because unlike the bow, the crossbow animation runs all by itself. I don't have to draw the bow and be out, so I can use my brain cells to be... Whoa, what? She's shooting at something else. Wow. There's a mud crab, and it's pissed off at her. I mean, I guess 100 stealth is worth something, huh? So now she's like got a mud crab, and I don't have to keep dodging. I was doing a pretty good job. I have to, if I do say so myself, of dodging her little things. And see, the crossbow also, you don't have to be holding it fully drawn, which really impairs your side-to-side movement. Once you've got the crossbow cocked, you know, it's just the instant you pull the trigger, the bolt comes out. Oh, I see lightning. Is there a lightning mage and a fire mage in there? I'm just gonna back a little bit up here. Oh, we have a guy. We have got ourselves a guy. We are on the run. Kitty on the run. All right, well, that wasn't too bad. I know he's an outlaw, so he must not had quite... Okay, so he is able to do some magey damage, but not like that other guy who... I want my horsey. Mommy, I want my horsey. All right, thank you. Yes, preferably shooting horse. You know, they don't necessarily shoot your horse. It's kind of a random aim thing, and you know, I have certainly been fireballed right off a horse before. But right now, we're going over here. We're going to get good and far away. Well, maybe medium and far away. And we're going to have a quick Healy McHeal phase. I want to get somewhere where horsey isn't going to go running back into battle. We will happily remember to do my little duck into stealth thing, because that also, now that I'm a shadow warrior, it kind of drops their aggro. They have to like research for targets, which is going to have... Notice it's not playing combat music. I think I actually may have mostly lost them, although there's red dots. So, you know, it's always a little bit hard to know what that means. We'll just go on this side, avoid the mud crabs. I got 3 red dots at varying distances behind the line of the ridge. So let's see if we can sneak up on these guys. Oh, horsey. Horsey. Well, okay, fine. Let's fight horsey. Oh, it's another mud crab. Oh, that is so awesome. Do you think that like, maybe it's when I drop into... Maybe they had aggroed on me, and when I drop into Shadow Warrior, it like switches aggro? That is so awesome. Because I was going to be irritating. I don't really like it. It just feels so stupid to have horsey tanks, you know, and this. Now the mud crab is coming after me. Mud crab is fortunately slow. There's the other guy. I have no idea where my horse is. There's my horse. Okay, so we know where the horse is. And I think there's just one actual guy with me. Okay, he has shot me, increasing my light armor. Notice a light armor of 57 is actually a lot better, although it's not enough. Okay, so now I've got a mud crab after me and a guy shooting me arrows to within an inch of my life. So we're going to go back. Oh, wow. Wow, we sloughed off the mud crab on him. Now he has a mud crab, and I am healing my... That is... Wow. So anyway, that's Shadow Warrior for you, folks. Shadow Warrior is going to be one of the great important keys to Kitty's survival. Now, it doesn't help much when there are... See, when there's only one thing left, when it's down to just me and the mud crab, I finally have to shoot the mud crab in the face. But when there's other different things, when there's other possible targets, oh my goodness, is Shadow Warrior awesome, because as long as there's something else that's easier to see than you, then you just duck into a little stealth, and even if they would have ordinarily stayed on you, they change aggro. They change aggro. Now, I thought there was a body over here. There's a bloodstain. Didn't I kill that mage? I don't know. All right, I got one red dot over there. I guess I'm going to go back for the horse and that Nern root for the purposes of possible giveaways. Because in broad daylight, it is still turning out to be a little bit hard to stay fully stealthified. Now, I don't have all the stealth perks, and it's possible once I take a few of the few more stealth perks. You know, by which I mean that baseline stealth perk where you can take it like 5 times, and each one increases your stealthiness by... Alright, so he's looking at me there. He's also looking at something else. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe he's got his own personal mud crab, but we will... Oh, apparently that was all she wrote for him. Maybe that was the guy I was... or gal, or you know. It was a little bit hard to tell from distance. Alright, some mud crab chitin. That's good for making potions. And we will just look around here, make sure we got everybody that's a body. And now let us, well, take their blue flower and sneak up into their little moon forge up here. Lunar forge, whatever it's called. They got a lunar forge. We're going to sneak up on these guys.
Did you hear
I
something?
think she actually sort of slightly noticed me. Ooh, a plunder. Oh, and she is in... Holy crud! Holy kitty on Fuego! Kitty on Fuego. Wow. So we're going to resist fire and resist magic. And we're going to heal. Look how near to one-shotting us with that fireball. So this is a real... Okay, that's who was shooting those fireballs before. And she is a... Okay, you see a plunderer. That's like a... it's like a tier 4 mage, you know, or tier 4 bandit who is a mage. We're just getting out the door. Get out the door. I'll put the... Oh, God, yes, put the... I hadn't put my crossbow away. Run. Get around the corner, Now I can heal. Roll and run the healing spell all around the corner. Get on the horse. Whew. Oh my goodness, that was a narrow escape. Bandit Plunderer, because I think it's Bandit, and then Bandit Outlaw, and then Bandit Thug, and then Bandit Plunderer. I think it's a tier 4 bandit, which is a pretty darn badass bandit, as we have discovered. I mean, I'm like over level 30, and that thing is... Now, I don't have good magic resistance, and I don't have good resistances, and I need to start working on that. That is an example of what Kitty needs to work on before Kitty fights dragons. Attention, person who commented on that. That is what Kitty... If a stupid bandit can take 2/3 of my life or 3/4 of my life in one fireball, then you can imagine how much a dragon is going to take. So we are going to be working on our resistances, and that is actually part and parcel of the Kitty project here. My goal is to I want to get my smithing up so that my armor is decent, and I want to get my magic resistance up first, and then I want to make sure I have fire and, like a good necklace of fire resistance, frost resistance, and God help us all, lightning resistance. So, working on doing a little stealth and dodging back around the corner. I think they're going to come about to here, though, so I need to get on the horse. We will move over to the next around the... We're playing peekaboo around the corner with these guys. But that is quite the... Now, if I had been thinking a little harder about... Whoa! Kitty on Fuego. They were totally onto me. I thought that was Horsey seeing me with that eyeball, but they apparently spotted me while I was on the horse. So the chase is on again. The chase is on again with the Bandit Plunderer. And the Bandit Plunderer's little buddies, who may not be fully plunderizable. But I want to be able to resist all those resistances. If I had thought a little more in character building, I would have picked a Breton as my character, because a Breton has an inherent like 30% jeez, good God. Whoa! Fireballs! So many fireballs. Wow. Well, at least I know I can take one good fireball. I can actually take one good fireball now. But man, if I had 30% magic resistance, that would be better. Here is a mammoth. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Mr. Mammoth? Because I know I'm thinking what I'm thinking. I'm thinking hot amateur mammoth on plunderer action. Mammoth on mage. Mammoth on Fuego, even. Well, let's see if we can arrange it here. Looks like they might have given up and gone back to their task. Yes, there they go walking down the hill. So I'm going to get up on this ridge. And let's see. Hopefully if I do them from the very edge of this ridge, they'll just come right down to here. Then I can be hiding back behind the ridge. We'll try a little poison out of these guys. See? Shoot them from in front of the ridge. I'm going to go hide behind the ridge, so when they come up to here, they usually come up to about here, and I'll go up back here with Horsey, and hopefully they don't see me, and therefore don't come around here. Where's the... It looks like it's working. Gaining. Whoop, there they come. Didn't really want... Whoops, 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 whoops. Detect face. All right. All right, well, it's on again. Okay, well, I think this is where we're going to leave it for today. So with at level 32 and with 6 lives remaining, we will see you next time when the cat is not on Fuego yet.